Rishabh, well played today. First, how was your body taking all those blows and your approach through the innings you thought?
I think definitely it's painful, but sometimes you have to like do the hard work for the team, and that's okay. Not thinking about where I got hit, but just playing the ball to best of my abilities. That's the only thing I can do, and that's what I did.
Yeah. Hey Rishabh, things kind of kicked off towards the end. Do you know what happened in the last two balls?
In this match,
Yeah, just before stops, there was a
I
little bit
think
of.
I feel they had a little chit chat. They wanted to waste some time. I feel that's the reason he had a conversation with Jussie. He said something, I didn't hear it, but I feel that's the only thing which he wanted to do, to just wait some time so we don't bowl one more over.
Rishabh, can you describe what kind of a pitch it was and how difficult it was? Did you ever feel in despite facing so many deliveries, and do you think it will remain the same tomorrow?
I think it should be remaining the same, hopefully, for us. But I feel it was little tough pitch. The ball was doing off the wicket quite a bit, especially after the end of second session, I would say. But as a cricketer, you just have to adjust to whatever kind of condition you get, and just try to make most out of it. That's the only thing.
Rishabh, looking at the conditions, how do you assess 185 as the first inning score on this match?
I think I wouldn't say it's a par score, but I think anything over 220 to 250 would be a par score, but still a very competitive score because the way ball is moving now, I think there's a lot of help for the bowler, and hopefully we can capitalize on that.
Rishabh, just want to ask you about your plans against Scott Boland, and even going back to like 25, is he someone that you thought you'd be able to get after a little bit more than the other guys, and what do you kind of think of him as a bowler?
I think he's been amazing bowler. The way he bowls line and length, especially in Test cricket, is quite difficult because he's so used to playing in these conditions, and you don't feel like he's playing his first initial matches. It feels like he's been there for a long period of time, and that's the kind of experience he has playing in Australia. And as an international cricketer, I feel you should be able to find ways each and every day. Even the bowler is bowling good maybe on given day, but you gotta keep finding ways. But all respect for him, amazing bowling, but at the same time we gotta find ways to tackle him.
Have you ever had a one knock कि इतना लगा आपको 6-7 बार कभी पहले हुआ है क्या ऐसा कि this was the on the body, not the toughness, on the body?
I think so, this is the first time I've gotten hit so much, but in cricket you can't plan anything. So everything happened for the first time for sure at some point of time in your career, but that was me today. So not thinking about that too much.
Rishabh, among the 5 test matches and the degree of difficulty of the pitches, how does a batsman plan his innings on this kind of a track vis-a-vis the Perth or Adelaide? So if you could just explain on that.
I think mostly you're gonna be looking for a loose ball, which you rarely get in test match, especially the kind of bowling attack they have, the kind of experience they possess. They are pretty accurate with their line and lines, but that's the challenge of test cricket. I would say you gotta find ways, like I said before, that keep finding ways each and every day to make it happen for yourself and your team. And that's where test cricket keeps on going.
Rishabh, for a period of time, we really didn't have too many runs coming. You guys really decided, it looked like, to just knuckle down and fight. But you are somebody who's known for putting bowlers off. So what was going through your mind then? Did you ever think of maybe trying to put them off?
I think in this inning, I was not in a frame of mind where I wanted to take charge of the game because the wicket was doing too much and the kind of situation we were in. And while playing inside, I felt like I could do like play a little bit of defensive cricket. Yes, there is a time to attack, but when you have to feel that from inside, I can't just premeditate that I'm going to play this way. Whatever the game asked me to do on that given day, that's what I try to do, and that was the mindset.
Just to follow up on this, you've had 2 innings now where you've really battled it out, you've taken your time. So how much of a mental challenge is it for you to sort of play in that way, and how much satisfaction does it give you when you have so many balls against your name, even if there are no runs?
I think it's a little bit not very difficult, I would say. Yes, initial part would be very difficult because when you see a ball which you can hit, but sometimes you have to play more sensible cricket, I would say. Like there might be 50-50 chance which I could have taken early on in this inning, but sometimes you have to play more secure cricket, especially the way wicket was behaving. We knew that if we get one more wicket here, we might lose 2-3 in a quick succession. So that was the idea behind the way I was playing. And last match, there was nothing much to do. The kind of target we had, I think I had to play that way. So I think pretty fine with the way I'm playing.
Yeah, on the record. Rishabh, what did you make of the third umpire decision to dismiss question? And so now they're in that third session?
I think there is not much to say because see, technology is one part which as a cricketer you can't control, but I feel whatever decision we make on the field, it has to stay with the on-field umpire. That's the only thing. Until unless it's so conclusive to change the decision, I think we should stay with on-field umpire. Rest is umpire's decision end of the day. I can't challenge that every day, but technology can be a little better, I guess.
We'll be taking last few questions.
ऋषभ, आपका एक सर्टन स्टाइल रहा है जिसके चलते आपको बहुत कामयाबी मिली टेस्ट क्रिकेट में, आप अलग अलग दिखे हैं. कई बार जब उस स्टाइल से कामयाबी नहीं मिलती है, क्रिटिसिज्म होता है, तो एज ए प्लेयर जो आपने कामयाबी हासिल की, आपकी माइंडसेट क्या रहता है कि मैं जो मेरे लिए काम किया मैं उसी तरह करूं? नेचुरल आदत होती है स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, अपनी स्ट्रेंथ को बैक करता है, या फिर बाहर से कोई सलाह दे रहा है, कोई भी?
I think mostly you want to back whatever the way you have played game, but eventually you gotta keep on evolving. I feel there is not one way to play cricket, but whatever comes more naturally is always better. But you gotta find that balance between playing aggressive cricket and having that balance when you play all those shots, and that's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to make most out of whatever the way I'm playing. And just keep it simple, not to overthink, because when you're not having best of the toss, you might overthink too much. But I just try to keep it simple and give my 200% on the field, and that's the idea about playing cricket for me.
रोहित ने अपना डिसीजन कब और कैसे बताया, क्योंकि ये कितना इमोशनल था टीम के लिए भी, और ये कैसा लगा टीम को, आपको, सबको कैसा लगा?
I think definitely it was an emotional decision because he's been captain for a long time. We see him as a leader of the team, but I think there are some decisions which you are not involved with, and it's a very management call. So I was not part of that conversation, so can't explain anything other than that.
ऋषभ, जसप्रीत बुमराह कप्तानी कर रहे हैं इस मैच में, इससे पहले बर्थ में भी किया था. उनकी लीडरशिप रोल के बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे? किस तरीके से वो मैनेज करते हैं, पेप टॉक देते हैं, क्या कहते हैं, अगर आप वो साझा कर सकते?
I think mostly the message is like be positive all the time. Don't think what has already happened. Just give your best on the field, and that's what you want from your captain, like being in a positive frame of mind and keep moving the game forward each and every day. That's the idea.
बल्लेबाजी के समय क्या कुछ कहते हैं नेट्स में, जब देखते हैं पर्थ में भी हमने देखा, यहाँ पर भी क्या कुछ तब आप लोग को टिप्स देते हैं?
नहीं, कभी कभार तो मन करता है टिप्स देने का, बट I think it's all fair. In place of cricket, you can have conversation with each and every player.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Happy New Year.